Welcome back to Stories 13, where eerie tales blur the line between reality and the unknown. Tonight's story is about a boy and the twin he never got to meet, at least not in this world. So grab your headphones, get comfortable, and let the darkness tell its tale. My name is Luca. I grew up in a peaceful suburb, in a peaceful home. My parents were loving and supportive, and my grades at school were pretty good. But there was always something bothering me. I couldn't explain it. There was just this deep, dark hole inside me that I didn't understand. One night, I had a dream about a boy. He looked exactly like me, but he wasn't me. He had the same black hair and the same hazel eyes, but unlike me, he was confident, charismatic, and just better at everything. In the dream, we met at a playground and he introduced himself as Leo. Then we started talking, and I got the feeling I knew him for my whole life. At some point, we stopped by a river, and that's when I woke up. The next morning, I told my parents about my dream. They both looked concerned and said it must have been a one-off. Then they tried to change the subject, and I could tell they didn't want to talk about it anymore. That was weird, but I shrugged it off and went to school. At lunch break, I stood in front of the mirror in the bathroom and realized I had no idea what I looked like. So I stared into the mirror to find out. And then I saw two boys staring back at me. It was me, but it wasn't me. And standing behind me was the boy from my dream. He was smiling wickedly while looking at me. I blinked, and he disappeared. Then I heard a voice that sounded like mine. "You can't hide from me forever." I turned around, but there was nobody there. When I came home that day, I told my parents about what I had seen in the mirror. They were shocked and immediately took me to a doctor who ran some tests, but everything seemed fine. The only explanation the doctor could come up with was that I was stressed because of school, so he prescribed me medication. I didn't want to take it, but my parents insisted. That night, I lay in bed, listening to the clock ticking. I was supposed to be scared, but I wasn't. Something about what happened just didn't make sense. Then suddenly, I heard voices coming from downstairs. It sounded like my parents arguing. I jumped out of bed to listen, but they stopped talking when they heard me coming. I was about to go back to my room when I heard my mom say, "You were right. We should have told him a long time ago." "It's too late now," Dad said. "He's growing up without knowing anything about us or where he really comes from." "Do you think he'll ever find out?" Mom asked. Dad put his arm around her shoulder. "If he does, I'll tell him myself. No matter what, I'm sure he'll understand." Then I heard them go silent. I was completely confused. What were they talking about? Who was he? Was it about me? I started thinking maybe I wasn't adopted after all. I mean, maybe they just hid my real parents somewhere. Just then, Mom came to my door and asked if she could come in. She looked worried and sad. She sat down next to me in bed and started talking. "Luca, there's something important you need to know about yourself, your whole life." I nodded, but I couldn't stop staring at her face. "You weren't always an only child. You had a twin brother. He was the strongest and most beautiful baby we had ever seen. But sadly, he died in your mother's womb a few months before you were born." "But how come I don't remember any of this?" "Because we decided to keep it a secret. We didn't think it was fair to raise you with the pain of losing a brother. I'm sorry we didn't tell you sooner, but we thought it was best for you." I felt tears stinging my eyes. It all made sense now. the missing piece in my heart, the dream, the mirror. I had a twin brother. I kept replaying the moment over and over in my head. Had I known all along? Did that mean he hated me? Was that why he tried to warn me? Was he still there? Suddenly, Mom gasped. "Oh God, look at the time. I promised I'd pick up dinner on my way home, didn't I? Wait here, honey, it'll be quick." Then she hurried out the door. I wanted to call her back, but there was something pulling me towards the mirror in our living room. I walked slowly towards it and saw two boys staring back at me. It was me and my brother, Leo, but it was different this time. While I felt sadness and confusion, Leo looked angry. "Why did you wait until now to tell me? I've been trapped in this house for 17 years. It wasn't my decision," I said. "I'm sorry, Leo. I'm really sorry." "No, you're not," he said. "If you were really sorry, you wouldn't be sitting there like a coward. You'd be out there searching for a way to set us both free. How are we supposed to do that? We're stuck in this house. There has to be a way. Maybe you should ask the others." "Who's the others?" "The ones who live here, too. The ones who have been watching us for years." Just then, my mom came in with bags of groceries. "Hey guys, I'm home," she said. But when she saw the mirror, she screamed and dropped everything. "Mom, it's okay. It's just me," I said. But she didn't listen. She just kept screaming. I rushed to her side to help, but as soon as I touched her, she pushed me away. "Don't ever touch me again. Don't you dare come near me." I stepped back and watched as my mom left the kitchen and slammed the door behind her. I had no idea what was going on. Why did she react like that? Over the next few days, people started coming up to me and saying, "You look just like that other boy." "Which other boy?" I always asked, but they never knew. They just kept saying they had seen a boy who looked exactly like me walking around town. Some people even said they had seen him playing at the park or sitting on a bench watching children play. He was always there, but nobody knew it. Then, one night, I heard footsteps coming up the stairs. I could hear them getting closer and closer. When they reached my door, I peeked out to see who it was. It was Leo. He was standing right outside my door. "Come play with me," he said. "We're gonna have so much fun together." "No thank you," I said. "I'm not interested." "Oh, you're just scared because you don't know what I'm capable of." "I'm not scared of you," I said. "Leave me alone." But he didn't. Instead, he knocked on the door again and again and again. I started to feel scared. Was he dangerous? Did he really hate me, or was he trying to protect me? The next morning, I told my parents about what happened. "We know," they said. "We've been expecting this." "What do you mean?" "Your brother is trying to switch places with you. He wants to take over your body so he can finally experience the world." "How can I stop him?" "You can't. It's already happening. You've let him in." "What?" I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Could it be true? Am I letting him control me? As the day went on, I started feeling sick to my stomach. I didn't want to eat or drink anything. I just lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. Then suddenly, everything went black. I closed my eyes one last time and heard a voice saying, "Thank you for everything, brother. Now it's my turn." I woke up lying on the floor. I tried to sit up, but my head was pounding and the room was spinning. As I looked around, I noticed something strange. The mirror was on the ground in pieces, but there was still a reflection staring back at me. And when I turned around, there was nobody there. If this story made you glance over your shoulder, you're not alone. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next unsettling episode. And remember, sometimes the scariest shadows are the ones that look just like you.